VLPSos here. This is a video lesson for Python programming. This is a project example. The project is named What's on the Menu. I'm going to read the general objective and then run a program that accomplishes the objectives of this program, and then read the objectives in detail and reflect on how the program accomplished the objectives. What we want to do is write a menu of options program. Let's see a program that has a menu of options. We can see in the printout that we have a menu, the author, and then a formatted display of 4 different options. 1, 2, and 3 run the previous projects. Q to quit. If I press the corresponding number next to the selection, in this case I'm going to press 3, then I have the PyTool program running. I can interact with it. This program will, the PyTool program will produce a leg measure, and then the program obviously ends and comes back to the menu. I could make another selection, in this case number 2. It runs the PySlot project from before. We can play it. We can type Q to quit the PySlot program that was running, and we're brought back to the menu. I could run pylib as well and be brought back to the menu. Only after quitting on as a menu option am I finished with the program. Let's take a look at the objectives in detail. We want to print a formatted menu of at least 3 options. Well, there's 4 options, 3 options that execute programs that we've done in the past, and a 4th option to quit. Continuing on with the objectives, the 3 previous projects must be able to be run by choosing them from the menu. You must import your previous projects at the top of the menu program, not when the user selects them. So we want our imports at the top of the file. You may not copy and paste their code into the menu program. You'll need to import them. So you'll need to prepare your previous project files with names that can be imported. That means no spaces. And use a bootstrap so that they do not run automatically unless a function is called. So when you choose a menu option, when the user interacts with the menu to choose that option, that's when the program should run, not automatically when it's imported. Continuing on with the objectives, the menu program must persist until the user chooses the option to quit. So when I ran it as an example, we observed that I chose a menu option, I completed that program for the option that I chose, and once the program was complete, it brought back the menu again for another selection. I had to quit the menu in order to truly be done with the program. That's what we call persisting. And as usual, it needs to be user-friendly, including but not limited to things run only when chosen by the user, and menu options are clearly labeled and the choices to select them are intuitive. I had numbers associated with my choices. File needs to be coder-friendly, including but not limited to the imports must be done at the top of the file. So they also need to be prepared with a bootstrap so that when they're imported, they don't automatically run. And the way to do that is to rewrite the project code to put those lines of code into functions, and then choose a function to call to start the regular program as executed as before. The change that you need to make to your previous programs is not difficult. We don't want you to rewrite the previous projects, just define a function with a recognizable name and indent the code of the project to be inside that function so that you can run it when you execute the function, not when it imports. Look to the lesson on a better bootstrap in order to be able to do that. And of course, have fun.